1 year ago I started making my first commercial game, with a knowledge of a dog, about game development. And now, 1 year later, the game is on Steam and I am making a Kickstarter for it, so I could fund the final stage of the development. So if you are interested in seeing what I have been working on, feel free to stay. If not, get the fuck out. This is how the game looked at first. It is basically a start and end point of the path, and mages that shoot different stuff. This was just me following a Breakease tutorial, with a little twist on my own. I had fun while playing this, so I decided that I will make it a classical good-looking and fucking awesome tower defense game. But don't be fooled, I started developing a story about a world full of magic and creatures 3 months before that. I did not like the enemies much, so I had to change them with real models, because people are going to say, "What a moron, his enemies are balls." You know how people are, they will always find something stupid to not like your game. So I started making the game more pleasant to look at. I made some terrain changes and added trees and stones, which are going to break my bones. I added a visual change when you upgrade a tower, and some temporary effects, and it fucking hurts me that I removed the balls. Now I have all these enemies, spiders, a fat pig and a skeleton. They all have different speed and health. You know, if you slap a spider, he will die, but if you slap a pig, he might like it. There was only one thing that needed to be done. It was necessary, a fucking cool main menu. So I copied the menu from Minecraft, and made it a little bit different, so they don't sue me. I downloaded this high quality pictures from the internet. And voila, an awesome main menu. One day I woke up, and someone had hacked my computer, and made this shit. Completely destroyed my masterpiece. I decided to add bosses, but for that, I had to make the portal and the kingdom's door bigger, so their fat asses don't get stuck. After adding bosses, I made some changes to the level design, and it looks awesome now. I even added this shader that makes the trees wiggle, like there is a fucking wind blowing in the scene. With that done, I had to make the user interface, but it was not a problem, because I am a god of Photoshop, so I contacted a friend of mine to do the art. It was hard to let the old art go, but I think the new art will be more well accepted by players. I hate to admit it, but it is better than mine. We needed to keep it serious and professional, and this was the final UI. We decided to make it different for every chapter of the story, and now it was time to create sound effects. This is oddly fun thing to do. I knew that my game has to be longer than one level. I started to design the next chapter. New UI, new enemies, new mood. This is the attack of the church, so it is basically a graveyard. I needed something new for this chapter, something to keep the players wonder, what would the third chapter be? So I present you, the Earth Mage. After some tweaking with the design, chapter 2 looks like this now. I made this awesome effect for the death of this boss. I made this sound by kicking the side of my bed with my pinky toe. It is all worth it. One day I woke up, and believe it or not, the same hacker had designed this for me to save me some work. But the UI was ugly, and I had to change it. Here, the player can see for the first time the Air Mage. There is even a whole new feature with spell for every mage that I added to the game, but I will leave that for you to see in the demo.
Which, by the way, is available on Steam. Click the wishlist button while you are there, it helps a lot!
There is a 4th chapter in the game that you can see in the trailer on Steam. I don't want to spoil about the story. After fixing all the small things with the art, and fixing all the bugs, making all the bosses, I remastered the main menu. Tell me in the comments, why do you like the new one more? So as a solo developer I was working a full-time job while I was doing this. Now I am making a Kickstarter to fund the final stage of development. The Kickstarter launches on November 10th. I will leave a link to the campaign down below. If you like the game and want to try it, you can support us and get it for free when it comes out.